All I need is one mic. That's all I need.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up already for Miss Blanca Alanis.
Okay, so this is battling with words. It's so much. Days go by, weeks fly by, have not written in 6 months. Unspoken words get trapped in my soul. It's like I'm about to explode, and none of it will make sense. Like a canvas done by Pollock that only a mad person can explain. It's a fight to fight the urge, the words pounding in my chest. My lips are sealed, they cannot escape. But the battle will soon be on because I can only take so much. Now just breathe. Calm the excitement and release. Too many distractions, to-do lists never end. Inspiration has to wait. It's like I have to make a date just to escape because I write alone. Don't watch me as I converse with my soul. I'm often asked, have you written lately? No, not on paper, not as often as I would like, but I will always be a writer. I've been given a poetic soul. I converse on a day-to-day, and so little gets shared with the world, and so I make time today just to stop fighting the urge and write about this battle. Okay, so I want to read this piece because this is the neighborhood I grew up in, and it's always bittersweet to come over here. It's changed so much. It's titled West End. Barrio West End was established in 1894. Originally, it was First Ward, 1840. The wards were known as the political districts. The city of Houston later abolished that system. Jeff Davis Hospital was built in 1924, right on top of a Confederate cemetery. For decades, it served many, and mostly the poor. The building is currently known as Elder Street Lofts. It is said many spirits still roam the grounds. On Washington Avenue, you have Glenwood. It opened in 1872 as a private cemetery, housing corpses such as Howard Hughes, with his fancy gardens and fountains. What a haven. We had Casa Juan Diego in West End Baptist Church, the spiritual organization that fed and clothed the poor. Las comadres would line up weekly to receive their brown bags. Those were the days we especially looked forward to. There was West End Clinic, where all the mothers had free prenatal care, and the children would be vaccinated for school. It's in those clinics and other places the kids became translators for their parents. Mexicans and blacks were the majority. The minority would send off their kids to better schools. They had nicer homes, but hardly said hello. For some reason, those kids stayed mostly indoor, while the rest played baseball or kickball in the streets. If your parents could afford $5 a week, you could ride the local school van. If you had to walk, you best get up on time so not to miss a free warm breakfast. You had to be a tough kid to walk those streets, on guard and always watching your back. And not just from the neighborhood dogs, but from the pedophiles that would come into our barrio to stalk on the young who walked alone. Memorial Public Pool is where you learn how to swim if you wanted to dive off the board with the big kids. We would walk back home descalzos and dripping wet, stopping at Jack in a Box for a free cup of water with plenty of ice for those hot summer days. On the opposite side, you had the Y. If you weren't a member, a quarter would get you by. If you were slick, you could just sneak past the receptionist. The water was much cleaner and the kids had their own pool. The locker rooms were filled with lots of goodies. Buffalo Bayou was our adventure zone. We would get on our bikes and take off for the day, pedaling and struggling to get up those hills. On the way down, we would throw our arms up in the air. We were so free. Your local tienditas were Snows, where the viejito packed the pistol. They had lots of candy baskets and a cooler filled with paletas. If you wanted to play video games, you could go to La Tienda del Chinito on Jackson Hill. Remember Raymond's barber shop? It's still there. The Chicano who serviced all. The neighborhood kids, los yarderos, and the upscale lawyers. Besides its affordable cuts, it was also known for its selection of porn. Taqueria Guadalajara, which has been around since the 70s, was family owned by well-off folks who also lived in the barrio. For $1.50, you could eat 2 taquitos de barbacoa with an RC. If you had a little more, you could take an empanada de piña to go. Now the hipsters are taking over, because that's what money does. Gentrification rules the land, and out we go. Except for our souls, they will forever roam las calles de West End. No more burgers at the pig stand or fresh tortillas from La Predilecta. No more cantinitas like El Gato Negro or La Sirenita. The little school that sits on Roy Street has also been closed. And the little casitas that used to house a family of 5 or 10 have been replaced by townhomes that house a family of 1 or 2 plus a pet. Oh yeah, the barrio has been beautified. Where is the crime now? A child does not choose their environment. Many were born to broken, abusive homes with alcohol and drugs right at their doors. And if you were not a strong-willed child, crime would become your new family. It was a struggle to survive the barrio. Most families did the best they could. Some souls were lost to crime or suicide. Some are living with addictions or are behind bars. The hood was a mix of violence and beauty. It wasn't a pretty picture, but it has been a beautiful canvas for life. Gracias.